Hi guys, welcome back. All right, so Aquarians, let's get into this. All right, so Aquarius, first off, happy full moon. This is the thunder moon, the full buck moon, the full moon in Capricorn. What is our full moon message specifically just for Aquarius? Now, I've already actually recorded two general full moon messages, but this is going to be more specific for our Aquarius character. And we have the Chariot, Cancerian energy coming in. The full moon message is move forward toward positive things, taking positive action to emotionally move forward with confidence. That is an awesome message. Let's see what that means. If Aquarius is moving forward, death and rebirth, the Hermit in the reverse, it is time to take place, take one's place once again amongst the kind of like the fun, fiery side of life. I feel like our character has gone through a pretty big transformation. Their time for being introspective and silent and, kind of like removing themselves from everybody while they sorted out some things, that time is over. Our Aquarius character is changed. Now, this could be a big Kundalini awakening, like an energy of passion and vitality is returning to our character's life. They, if they had an ending like with maybe a Virgo or something, that's also complete. We have three major arcana, so this moon energy is big and it's very positive, and it's all about. Actually, I feel like we're getting that pretty repetitiously so far for the different zodiacs. It's really exciting to see change. It's really exciting to see characters feeling lighter. Look at this 10 of Wands, laying down old fear, self-recrimination, old burdens. I feel like Aquarius is in a place where things that defined them in their past, whether it was the way they were raised or whether it was the guilt trips that sometimes we have placed upon us because we're patterned or trained. Look, our families, they have their own ways of doing life, and we learn maybe first there, and then we learn from society, and then somewhere along the lines we figure out for ourselves what we agree with and don't agree with. And that's where we can kind of say, if I don't agree with something, I don't have to feel guilty that I don't go with the rest of the group, that I've changed, that I have evolved, that I see life through a different lens because of my own unique experiences, and I'm allowed to do that. That feels like what our character is doing right now. It feels like, I don't know why, but I feel like this Aquarius is going to become a much more vivacious, much more sensual being. Like maybe they were kind of suppressed at one point in time, and I mean they could begin by dressing more flamboyantly, by dyeing their hair a multitude of different colors, by really like doing whatever it is they want. This could be somebody who's finally coming out as an artistic individual that does not need to fit the perfect dress code anymore. Their own flair, their own style. They're not afraid to just express it anymore. We have a Four of Cups. If anything, I would say I usually look at this card as protection. Like someone has wanted to protect others, and now they're saying, yeah, but letting somebody believe I'm someone other than who I am, I don't need to protect them either. I maybe don't need to be in their face about how different I am and how I've really come into my own persona, and I'm much more bold and colorful and bright than, this could be like, okay, I don't want to like maybe go over and see my Nana, and I know she doesn't like the different colors, hairs, and the whatever my wardrobe may be different, or maybe I don't need to, talk to my Nana about sensuality or stuff like that. Maybe our character still will say, look, it's nobody's business. That's how I protect them. It's a need to know basis. I don't need to play my life small though either. I can move forward. I can be who I'm going to be. But other people who have an illusion about who I am, that's what they think of me, is none of my business. But for some people, I may still just, not bring up certain topics, but not because I feel guilty, simply because Nana doesn't need to know everything going on in my life and how I've changed and how I'm much more expressive and I'm much more, flamboyant and I'm much more outspoken than I used to be. My impression right now is that we could be describing a character who had maybe some strict rules of conduct placed around them. And they're like, you know what, though? Other people can conduct themselves however they wish, but I'm my own sovereign person. And I don't have to feel guilty that I may feel different and want to express myself differently. Nor am I out to offend everybody. This is such a mature character. Remember, they're balanced emotionally. So this is not somebody who's like, their knee-jerk reaction is, you suppressed me, now I'm mad at you, so let me go, more rebellious. No, this character is not rebellious. This person is just simply being themselves. But with a certain amount of, I don't need to tell everybody everything that I think. I don't need to shout it from a mountaintop. If we really know who we are, we probably don't have to shout it from any mountaintop. We can dress however we want and not think about it again, because it's like, oh no, I just like these colors. I put them on and then I go about my day. I'm not doing it for the wow factor. I'm not doing it so other people will turn and look at me. I'm not doing it for anyone but me. So it doesn't really matter how others see it. I don't have to make statements. I just have to live authentically. That's a great place to be in. So if this full moon is really bringing a sense of personal contentment into a character's life and they're really embracing how they genuinely feel, I love the fact that if they're breaking away from any kind of suppression or group mentality, this is so much about an Aquarius that is simply being themselves without inhibition, but also without the need to, like be rebellious to do it. This is not a persona that they are, you know, um, like suddenly displaying. This is the real them. That's the difference. And this is a real chance for them to completely heal. They're not upset with other people who had different viewpoints. This Aquarius is not worried about other people's, whatever opinions or tastes or moral standpoints. It doesn't really matter. It's like you only have the tools in your toolbox to deal with. Maybe I'm a little bit more creative than some people, and it's not their fault that they don't have as creative a mind as I do. It's not their fault that they can't get beyond their own comfort zone. I even think Aquarius might be recognizing that a lot of people won't ever have the courage to live as brightly or as authentically. And it might be because they themselves don't have the same level of courage. So it's a little bit like, I think Aquarius is like, I get it. Unfortunately, you guys are probably the ones who have to do a lot more healing than I do because you've never found your own personal voice. You're just going with the confines of a belief system. And it's a little bit like I kind of pity them a little bit more than am irritated that they don't have the same level of courage that I do. I think that's a much more empowered way to, and maybe even a more accurate way to look at why do some people not have the same level of courage to, be as bright and creative and powerful as others. And it's unfortunate if they try to subdue others, but on the other hand, that fear factor exists within them, and Aquarius doesn't share that. Aquarius is not fearful. Um, that song by Sia comes to mind again. The something about like she's got a voice, but she could not sing. But anyway, now she can. And in this song, it's something like she's like singing free as a bird or something like that. Great performer. I love Sia's voice. She's so talented, and her lyrics are awesome. Ace of Cups. This is about self-love, and it would be really hard for Aquarius to be in the state of real self-love and moving forward and feeling so good if they didn't have peace in their heart. And that's the other thing I love about this. This is a character with healing and peace and compassion and also vitality and personal power. But there's not even a sliver of like I have to rebel or I have to show my defiance or I'm angry as I'm shouting, this is me, don't try to suppress me. It's like, are you kidding me? I don't, your approval or lack of approval is not suppressing me. I don't need your approval. Only I have to approve of my own self and love my own self in my own heart, and I do. So I'm really at peace. And I almost think that Aquarius is possibly going to be a little bit amused by people that maybe can't be comfortable with how comfortable Aquarius is. I don't know what this means other than I feel like this is a character who is really breaking out of their shell. And they could really surprise and shock other people just purely off of different wardrobe choices. Or they suddenly, have an interest in hobbies that they really start to develop and pursue, or a career path that's different than what, everyone in their family did. It's like, well, we're a family of bankers. What do you mean you're going to go become a burlesque dancer? What do you mean? I'm a good burlesque dancer. I got the moves. Got the moves like Jagger. Some of our greatest artists are people that don't live by the confines and like I'm thinking of like literally the dance moves of Mick Jagger. Is that Maroon 5 who sang that song? But it's about the Mick Jagger, and those dance moves are so uniquely his own, right? And it's just like this, he doesn't care. That's how his body moves. That's how he wants to dance. He got the moves, and those are his moves. And that's unabashedly his own style of dance move. Why can't he dance the way he dances? Maybe that's it. Maybe our character is going to be dancing to their own dance moves, the way their body moves, and they're not ashamed of it. And Aquarius is just rocking their own skin. Not everybody will support Aquarius. Not everybody will want to be a part of Aquarian's world, but it doesn't matter. Aquarius is like, I know, but that's the whole point. I'm ready to move forward. I'm ready to collect my new soul tribe around me, or my soul mates or my soul group. I'm ready to be around and move forward in my own life to find the places that I can really expand and grow. And frankly, this probably isn't where I have the support. If somebody doesn't have the same level of confidence or freedom, they're not going to probably be able to support Aquarius's confidence and personal freedom. So it makes sense. Yeah, perspective is in the reverse, which is the Hanged Man card. It's time for Aquarius to just go ahead and grow. Go ahead and go whichever direction suits them and grow. They will not be keeping every friend around them or every colleague or every business contact in their life as they grow and they do their own thing. They won't, but that's okay, because many, many, many other people will want to connect to Aquarius. So what does this mean? What's the big impact for Aquarius's life as they go the direction that they want to? Wow, 10 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, and there's our moon, big old moon message. There could be a beautiful Pisces on the horizon, somebody that is just right, like their inner core of who they are, their subconscious matches Aquarius really well. It could be a bit of a surprise. It could be that Aquarius could reconnect with somebody that they knew a long time ago that they never knew. I'm hearing the Pina Colada song. She said, I never knew that you like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain. And no, I just feel like it could very well be that as Aquarius just really unabashedly becomes their own sensual, happy, creative self, they could find themselves eventually, first off, falling in love with just the right person for themselves and living the happiest, most free, most rainbow colored. I feel like we have so many soft pastels and we have this happy, rainbow. Maybe they're going to move to Hawaii. I always think of the rainbow associated with Hawaii. But they're going to have a really beautiful turn of fortune in their life. They'll have more authentic connections, more authentic happiness, a happier romance. But it could, interestingly enough, be with a person that, if Aquarius knew them once upon a time, and then they lost touch, they didn't speak for a long time, because the moon can be what's hidden, and these two could have been at a distance. Aquarius could serendipitously reconnect or re-encounter someone from their past who could be either part of their soul group or could be the person that they end up in this case, marrying. And it could be like, I never knew that you were like this too. Maybe they lived in the same small town. Maybe they were a part of the same kind of like more confined environment, and they too share this more like artistic, personal perspective. Sometimes it's a surprise to discover that we have allies, or we have people that we share a lot more in common with than what we realized, until we start, really becoming our most authentic self. And then we see the people that gravitate toward us and the people that gravitate away. The big thing is, I love that Aquarius does not have to play small anymore. They never had to, but I think it just is one of those things that, sometimes being one's authentic self comes with a bit of a cost, because you may not fit into the group. But I don't think Aquarius minds. I don't think they ever were, like someone who wanted to fit in the group. But on the other hand, I don't think that they've ever been so bold as they are now, with just feeling so content with their own uniqueness. And I think that's a really beautiful, beautiful message. There's a song by LP called Strange that I'm thinking of, and it's a great song. It's We Are All Strange. And it's to celebrate the fact that everybody is so unique. All right, I'm going to leave that there. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. I'll see you again soon.